Hey everyone, so we're on week 440 of Lick Friday this week. So channel your inner slash with this one. It's got the natural minor and pentatonic kind of mix, so there's nothing out of the ordinary as far as that's concerned, but it's just, I would say, the formation of notes and the speed in which they are played on the last two bars. So you've got a load of 16th notes added into that at quite a fast tempo as well. Have fun with it, just take it slow, keep it even, and there's a t-shirt that says that I've got as well, not here, but drinking out of my Lick Friday mug. Look at that, they're all available. Yes, anyway, there you go, I'll show you the lick right now. Cool, so hopefully you enjoy that one. It's a good lick, it's got a lot of flavour in it, triplets, 8th notes, 16th notes, so syncopating patterns as we go through. And it's one I think you're going to have to take a little bit slower and try and find your own journey as far as hammer-ons and pull-offs and picking patterns, or whether you're using hybrid or just plectrum. All of that basically. So with this one, just take your time, keep it slow, keep it even. If you do like it, subscribe, hit the bell button and follow me for all those future bits and bobs that I put up on this channel. You can find me on Patreon as well, where there's lessons you won't find here on YouTube, and you can find jamming tracks which will not be on YouTube. This jamming track, however, is linked below. It's a free one because it was a video I posted here on YouTube a long time ago. So there you go, you can have that one for free. Yeah, there's a shop, all sorts of stuff, and the tab is free on my website. Nice one, dansguitar.com. I'll hand you back over to me for the breakdown. Please watch it because it helps out. Nice one. Said that already. Get on with it. Come on. Just go and do the breakdown. See you later. Okay, so let me just play it slowly for you first so you can see this. So we start with basically. So they're the notes that you're going to be using with this. It's quite straightforward in the sense that you're just using pentatonic and natural minor scale, but once again with all of these sort of slash style licks, and quite a few of the licks on Lick Friday, it's the speed that is going to be the killer. You'll probably notice that I used hybrid picking for this, so that's something which you can take on board if you want to. I'm not sure Slash would use hybrid picking. He might do for certain stuff, but it'll probably end up going anyway. So the tab is on my website, dansguitar.com, so if you want that, grab it. It's always good to learn these by ear anyway, just because it's a nice way to remember them rather than having to look at the sheet all the time. But if you want the sheet, it's free on my website, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so we start with the 14th fret, full tone bend on the 3rd string, going to the 12 on the 2nd, 12 on the 1st. Use the same finger as always, roll it across so you're kind of cancelling out the 2nd string as you hit the 1st string. Okay. Then you play the 15th fret on that 1st string, full tone bend, and then bring it back down without hearing the note come back down from that bend. So instead of going like that, you're bending the note up to the top of the full tone bend and then letting it down without hearing it come down, and then bringing in that 15th fret. So if you can add a little bit of vibrato onto that, that would be great. Then we've got a run of, as your first 4 notes of that 2nd bar, so that's going to be 12 on the 1st string, 15 pull off to the 12 on the 2nd string, and then 14th fret semitone bend, so you're reaching the pitch of the 15th fret on the on that 1st string. 14th fret 1st string semitone bend. Right, then you've got just 4 notes again on that last part of the last 2 beats of bar 2, so that's 14, 12, pull off more than likely if you want to, and then 15 and 12 pull off again on that second string. So you've got to watch out for the triplets. We're using kind of eighth notes, straight rhythm, and then into eighth note triplets for a kind of shuffle, swinging kind of rhythm on this one. So those 2 bars would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So bringing in those triplets really does split it up quite nicely, gives it a little bit more of an interesting sort of vibe to it. Then you're on to the harder part, which is the 16th note descending run. This is one where you're going to have to experiment using pull-offs and kind of hybrid picking if you want to. If not, just use your plectrum to alternate pick your way through it. But it's just one where I think if you learn the notes first and then try and find a way that works best for you, that would be a good approach to this one. So we've got the 12, 13, 15 on the second string first off, and that's a hammer on. Going to the 12 on the first string, and then you come back on yourself all the way down to that 14th fret on the third string. So 12, 13, 15, 12, 15, 13, 12, 14. They're the first set of 8 notes. So okay, then straight to the 13 on the 12th fret, pulling that off to 12, to the 14 on the third string, and then to 12 on the second string, 14, 12 on the third string, and then this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. You've got 14 on the D, so that's the 14 on the fourth string, going straight across to the 14 on the G, third string, 14 on the D again, and then you start the pattern of 12, 14, 12, so that's 12 on the G, 14, 12 on the D, back to the 14 on the A string this time, and then you do the same thing where you go skip across to the 14th fret on the D string, 14th fret on the A string, and then you've got 12 on the D, and then a run at the end of, which is 14A, 12, 14 on the D, 12 on G, 14 on the D, which is the root note of E. For the backing track, you can find this on YouTube, and I'll stick the link below. It's all free, so that's a great jamming track to jam along with, and it's a slash styled track. So if you want to capture that in a slash, then jam along with that, and that will be absolutely marvellous. Put some jams up of you guys jamming along to it, and make sure you tag me and then post as well. Comment below with things you would like to see, and I'll hand you back with me. Right. Please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button for the future notifications, and visiting all the socials below. Comment with certain things you would like to see, whether you like this video, whether you didn't like this video. I will always give a sarcastic reply to those that don't. And if you want the tabs on my website, dansguitar.com, you can find mugs like this one, which is my Friday drinking tea mug. Cup of tea, lovely, and you will find all sorts of other stuff on the shop, which is all linked below. Patreon, as I said, you can find all sorts of bits and bobs on there that you won't find here on YouTube. Lovely jubbly. Right, I hope you all have a good weekend, and I will see you next week for week 441. Nice. Take care.